Never ignore this one tiny detail when you roll your suitcase up to the pier, because missing it could vaporize your 7-day dream cruise before the horn even sounds. Imagine security waving you aside while carefree families stream past, and you can only watch the ship glide away without you. Want to make sure that nightmare never becomes your vacation story? Today we are counting down 11 surprisingly common reasons travelers are being flat out denied boarding in 2025. Plus one uplifting twist that can actually score you bonus perks if you play it right. You will discover why a passport that looks perfectly valid can still sink your trip, how a single unchecked cough box on the digital health form flags you for quarantine, and the sneaky new payment deadline customer service whispers about behind the terminal wall. We will also decode the artificial intelligence face scan that glitches when your fresh haircut no longer matches your passport photo, and reveal the 2-minute mobile fix that clears your identity while you are still in the rideshare. Stick with me, and you will glide through embarkation like a VIP who has already dodged every hidden trap. Grab your SeaPass card, tap that subscribe bell so you never miss these insider lifelines, and stay until the finale for the bright side statistic that proves 97% of prepared guests breeze on board in record time. Ready to cruise smarter, save serious cash, and maybe even snag an onboard upgrade just for being prepared? Then tighten that luggage tag and dive with me into reason number 11 before your next sailing ever leaves the dock. Samantha and her 13-year-old son reached the gangway early, grinning at the promise of pizza buffets and pool slides, when an officer's polite smile froze. He scanned their documents twice, then slipped behind a frosted window. Minutes later, security escorted the pair to a quiet corner, while the line flowed past them like a river of rolling suitcases. How could their brand new cruise implode before they even heard the first steel drum? That single stamp told the ugly truth. Sam's passport expired in exactly 5 months and 28 days, because many destinations now demand 6 full months of validity to protect against detours or emergencies. Cruise lines adopted the same buffer in early 2025. Every pier agent carries a digital checklist that flags near-expiry passports in bright red, and those red alerts stop the boarding process colder than a midnight Atlantic wind. Miss the mark by 1 day and you are suddenly scrambling for last-minute flights, hotel transfers, and an apology to disappointed kids who can see the ship sailing without them. Even worse, insurance often refuses to cover self-inflicted document mistakes, leaving you to eat the entire fare. Is any oversight worth watching thousands in vacation savings evaporate? Here is your bulletproof fix. Check your passport the moment you book, not the week before departure. If the expiry is within 9 months, renew immediately through your national fast-track service and set a calendar reminder to verify the new date as soon as it arrives. Most governments now offer trackable online portals, and many cruise lines allow you to upload a passport photo to their app, so agents can pre-screen your validity days before you reach the pier. That 10-minute habit locks in peace of mind long before the countdown clock hits 0. But even a flawless passport will not save you if your health questionnaire sends up a quarantine flare. So get ready for a surprise most travelers never see coming. Mia and Carlos skipped the cough check box because they felt fine, and the digital form looked optional. Yet at the pier, a thermal camera flashed bright orange, and a nurse in gloves appeared out of nowhere. Their names slid onto a quarantine tablet in seconds, and the couple spent the next 2 hours pleading from behind a yellow line while the gangway lifted without them. Cruise lines learned the hard way that one sick guest can cancel an entire voyage. So in 2025, the health declaration is no longer friendly paperwork. Every answer feeds a predictive risk score that combines your temperature, past claims history, and even recent pharmacy purchases if you allowed loyalty card sharing during booking. A single suspicious combo locks your reservation, triggers an on-site medical review, and forces you to fund your own hotel until negative lab results come through. Insurance will not cover lost days when you misreport, and you will not find a sympathetic supervisor while thousands of healthy passengers march aboard. Protect yourself by opening the form the moment check-in emails arrive, usually 30 days before sailing. Complete it honestly even if you had a mild sniffle last week, then upload any doctor clearance letters as a PDF. The algorithm values transparency, and early submission places you in the pre-cleared lane, so staff simply scan your QR code and wave you toward the welcome drinks. Keep a screenshot on your phone in case the pier Wi-Fi stalls. Think money saves every problem at the terminal? Wait until you see how an unpaid balance can turn your boarding pass into an expensive souvenir. Marcus strutted up to the gangway convinced everything was paid, until the agent's tablet flashed red and his vacation dreams crashed louder than the ship's horn. Overnight, His bank flagged the final auto draft as suspicious, reversed the charge, and froze his account while he slept. When a balance shows unpaid, cruise lines in 2025 instantly sell the cabin to standby guests and kill your reservation code. You are left arguing with call centers that cannot reinstate a sold berth, and your travel insurance brushes it off as an avoidable error. Worse, embarkation day rates for a comparable cabin can soar by 300%, turning one overlooked email into a four-figure penalty you pay or walk away from entirely. Secure your spot by setting 2 reminders, one at 30 days out and a second at the 72-hour mark. Then manually log in and verify the balance shows 0. Add your cruise line's email to trusted contacts so fraud filters never route payment alerts to spam, and ask your bank to whitelist the merchant before the final draft date. Those 5 clicks slam the door on any midnight decline drama. Think paperwork is tough? Wait until you encounter security rule number 8 that loves to confiscate your favorite vacation gadgets. Olivia's vacation vibe shattered when the X-ray monitor lit up brighter than a casino jackpot, and a guard lifted her brand new smart suitcase like contraband gold. Moments later, the case popped open to reveal a lithium battery that the cruise line quietly outlawed this season. A nearby table overflowed with confiscated clothes irons, surge protectors, and even a toy drone that cost a father $100 in on-site storage fees. Cruise terminals in 2025 run on airport-style algorithms that flag every power cell above 100 watt-hours and any device capable of hidden heating. Security officers must log each seizure and call a supervisor if the owner argues, stalling the entire queue. During that delay, your boarding group marches ahead, leaving you scrambling to fill new documents that catalog the violation. Repeat offenders can be placed on a risk list that forces secondary screening at every future sailing, and some items like diving knives trigger an automatic denied boarding status. Imagine risking a €2,000 holiday for a €40 steam iron. Avoid this chaos by downloading your cruise line's official packing checker the same day you pay your deposit. The app updates in real time with port regulations, highlights banned tech like hoverboards and recreational CBD oils, and even builds a printable safe list you can tape to your suitcase during packing. If you are unsure, pack lithium batteries and heat elements in a clear slider bag for easy declaration and removal. That transparent honesty speeds you through the scanner and earns appreciative nods from security, who often wave compliant travelers straight to the champagne welcome. Ready to see how the wrong t-shirt slogan can ruin more than your embarkation photo? The Johnson family showed up in matching neon tees that screamed a spicy political slogan meant to get laughs on social media. A pier supervisor gave them 10 minutes to change. They argued, snapped selfies, and by the time they hustled to the restroom, the ship's doors had sealed. Their Facebook post turned into a live feed of them, waving goodbye from the concrete. Cruise lines rewrote appearance policies for 2025 after viral incidents sparked shareholder panic. Any garment that could inflame other guests, graphic profanity, hate symbols, extreme politics, now earns a red tag in the terminal's behavior database. Agents do not debate intent. They document and deny, because a single offended passenger can demand refunds for an entire sailing. If your group stalls the queue, security escorts you outside the controlled zone and cancels your check-in time. Miss that window and the manifest closes, even if you swear you will change on board. No refund, no appeal, just a costly lesson you relive every time the vacation photos resurface. Why risk your trip on a joke that lands flat before you even pass the gangway camera? Play it safe by packing one neutral outfit in your carry-on, fold it on top so you can swap in seconds. Think plain cotton tee, dark jeans, and slip-on sneakers. Cruise lines love guests who solve problems without drama, and a quick wardrobe shift can even earn you a thank you voucher for specialty coffee once on board. Before leaving home, scroll through your chosen attire like a friend might, asking, would grandma cringe at this print? If the answer is yes, leave it in the drawer. Feeling confident in your clothing choices? Good, because the next hurdle is invisible until a blinking tablet rejects your vaccination proof and stalls the entire line. Lena and Eric reached the counter with sunny grins, but the tablet glowed red when the agent scanned their paper cards while the system demanded a digital QR. In less than 60 seconds, security escorted them to a secondary tent where worried travelers huddled behind blue curtains. Since many destinations now require region-specific proof of vaccination, cruise lines rely on a shared portal that cross-checks every passenger against global health databases. A tiny mismatch between handwritten lot numbers and the digital record spikes a fraud alert that locks your reservation immediately. You cannot board until a doctor uploads verified data, and that can take hours or even days when the ship is already sailing. Miss the departure and the cruise company keeps your fare because the mistake was avoidable. Does your entire vacation really hinge on one blurry pharmacy stamp? Prevent this fiasco by opening the cruise line app as soon as you book and uploading a high-resolution photo of your vaccination card followed by the official QR provided by your National Health Service. The system instantly matches numbers, highlights any gaps, and emails confirmation that you have cleared the medical gateway long before luggage tags arrive. Screenshot that green tick and save it in your favorites album so you can flash it if pier Wi-Fi sputters. Ready for a mistake that hits even diligent planners when a traffic jam turns their dream cruise into a dockside nightmare? Jared and Tasha left their hotel with what felt like hours to spare, laughing over breakfast beignets as their rideshare weaved toward the pier, until a bridge closure funneled every car into a single lane and traffic froze like poured concrete. 25 agonizing minutes later, they sprinted through the terminal doors just in time to watch crew retract the gangway and snap the last embarkation photo without them. Cruise lines in 2025 enforce staggered boarding windows down to the minute, partly to satisfy new Port Authority crowd limits and partly because automated muster drills trigger once your CPAS scans. Arrive even 10 minutes past your assigned slot, and the system auto-voids your check-in barcode, reallocates your baggage to a holding cage, and flags your cabin for a standby upgrade sale. Miss final call entirely, and you are now responsible for catching the ship at the first foreign port, an adventure that can cost more than the cruise itself. Imagine explaining that price tag to a credit card rep when you are also disputing non-refundable drink packages you never got to taste. Shield your voyage by treating embarkation morning like an international flight. Schedule your airport-style transfer at least 4 hours before sail away. Enable live traffic alerts in your Maps app, and plan a buffer breakfast inside the port district rather than across town. Many cruise lines now offer priority dock passes that open an early access queue 2 hours before general boarding. Reserving one online all but guarantees you beat any last-minute congestion. Keep your driver's number handy and watch real-time port webcam feeds so you can reroute before gridlock forms. Think timing rules are rough? Wait until an obscure visa requirement turns your Mediterranean dream itinerary into a bureaucratic nightmare in the very next tip. Karim booked a dreamy Barcelona to Athens sailing and breezed past passport control until a stern agent scanned his documents, frowned, and quietly waved an immigration officer over. Karim had a single-entry Schengen visa that expired the moment the ship docked in Marseille on day 3. The cruise line faced a hefty fine if they carried him without proper clearance, so staff denied boarding on the spot while his luggage rolled back onto the pier carousel. His entire vacation evaporated in the time it takes to sip a welcome mimosa. Many itineraries in 2025 crisscross multiple economic zones in 1 week, and each port insists the cruise company guarantee every passenger's legal entry. An obscure island stop can suddenly require a transit visa, and rules change with election cycles. The moment your passport data uploads during online check-in, an algorithm checks your nationality against every port manifest. If any segment fails, your reservation locks, and by the time you learn the news, the sailing is often full. No one issues refunds for ignorance, and last-minute embassy appointments are as rare as empty deck chairs on sea day. Ready to risk thousands on a guess? Solve this puzzle before it starts. Use your cruise line's port-by-port visa calculator the same day you place a deposit, then cross-reference with your government's travel advisory site. Apply for multi-entry versions whenever possible, even if the itinerary lists only one Schengen stop, because weather diversions can reroute the ship through extra countries. Upload scanned visas to the cruise app at least 30 days before departure, so staff can pre-approve your documents and email a green clearance you can save offline. Confident your paperwork is airtight? A glitchy face scan could still freeze you at the gangway in the very next tip. Tyler had a fresh buzz cut and a proud new beard after months of gym training, but when the camera at the terminal snapped his photo, the screen flashed red and the agent's smile vanished. The automated system compared his face to his 5-year-old passport image, decided the mismatch looked suspicious, and called for a manual review. Tyler stood in a glass booth while staff rechecked every detail, and he could only watch from a distance as friends raised colorful drinks on the upper deck and the ship's whistle echoed across the harbor. 2 tiny style choices, made to feel confident on vacation, cost him the first day of fun and nearly the whole voyage. Cruise lines in 2025 rely on artificial intelligence to move guests from curb to cabin in minutes. The camera grabs dozens of face points, then cross-checks with government data and crime watch lists. If any key marker moves more than an allowed range, weight loss, new tattoos, even large frame glasses, the system assumes possible identity fraud and locks your boarding status. Every manual review takes 15 minutes or more, and agents must run a secondary background search that can stretch past sail time. Imagine explaining to your boss why you need extra vacation days because a haircut fooled a computer. Here is your fix. Update your passport or government ID photo if your appearance has changed in the last 3 years. Then upload a current selfie to the cruise app at least 72 hours before embarkation. That advanced image trains the algorithm, earns a green check on your boarding pass, and places you in the express lane that skips the main terminal camera. On the day you sail, keep hair clear of your forehead, remove large glasses until after scanning, and look directly into the lens for 1 full second. Those small steps guarantee the system recognizes you faster than your best friend would. Ready to face a danger no photo can solve, one hidden in your own paperwork that the law can use to halt your holiday in an instant? Corey rolled his suitcase toward the check-in desk with a grin that said, "Vacation mode," but an officer in a dark blazer stepped forward, asked for a quiet word, and led him into a side room marked Private. A county database ping triggered when Corey scanned his passport, revealed an old bench warrant tied to unpaid child support. Within minutes, 2 uniformed deputies arrived. The boarding agent canceled his reservation in the terminal computer, and Corey watched through a small window as passengers streamed aboard, clutching frozen drinks and sun hats. One forgotten court date destroyed months of planning in the time it takes to read a text message. New data sharing agreements make cruise lines legally liable for passengers who skip jurisdiction while owing back taxes, court fines, or spousal support. The moment you upload your passport during online check-in, background software cross-references dozens of government watch lists. A positive match locks your reservation, triggers an automatic refund freeze, and alerts law enforcement stationed at the pier. Even if you settle the debt on the spot, the cruise company will not reinstate your ticket because the manifest must close hours before sailing. Your dream holiday becomes a shuttle ride to the county courthouse, plus non-refundable airfare home. Safeguard your trip by running a free personal background check through your state or provincial judiciary website as soon as you pay the deposit. Verify your driver's license status, confirm there are no outstanding warrants, and request written clearance if you once missed a court fee or traffic citation. Bring that document in your carry-on along with proof of any recent payments. If you have installment agreements on taxes or child support, print the latest confirmation statement and upload a copy to the cruise portal for pre-clearance. Feeling confident that the law will wave you through? A single overlooked line in your travel insurance could still slam the gangway shut, and that last mistake is the most frustrating of all. Grace and her 2 grandchildren arrived clutching ice cream money and sun hats, but the agent's tablet pinged louder than a foghorn. Their medical coverage expired 3 days earlier, and the itinerary required active insurance for any port beyond United States waters. In a heartbeat, their vacation turned into an expensive taxi ride back to the airport. Many destinations in 2025 refuse entry to guests who cannot prove minimum emergency coverage, and cruise lines face steep fines for carrying the uninsured. When you upload documents during online check-in, an algorithm checks the policy number against carrier databases. If the return date on the certificate falls before the final port call, your reservation is auto-locked, your boarding pass voided, and customer service can only issue a future cruise credit if you can afford an entirely new policy before sail away. Most families discover the mistake too late because some budget plans renew on the 1st of every month rather than 30 days after purchase. That tiny gap invites disaster. Lock in protection by buying insurance the same week you book your cabin, choosing a plan that clearly lists coverage through the final disembarkation day, plus 2 extra days for emergency reroutes. Upload the PDF to the cruise app 30 days before sailing, then check your email for a green status confirmation. Print 1 copy for your carry-on and save a screenshot on your phone, because Pier Wi-Fi loves to vanish at the worst moment. Those 10 minutes guarantee a medical safety net and keep the gate wide open when your family reaches the gangway. Think all this sounds stressful? Here is the good news. 97% of prepared guests breeze through embarkation in record time, and some even land surprise upgrades. Let us flip the script with one bright side bonus you will want to hear. Picture this. You glide through the terminal on a cool marble floor, an attendant greets you by name, and your SeaPass card spits out of the kiosk before you can finish your welcome espresso. No stress, no second line, and certainly no frantic document shuffle. That smooth sail feeling is not luck. It is the direct payoff for guests who follow the very tips you just banked. Latest port data shows that 97% of passengers who complete online check-in, upload clean documents, and arrive within their assigned window clear security in under 12 minutes. Even better, cruise lines now reward fully pre-cleared guests with surprise perks. You might see priority boarding stamped on your pass, a complimentary Wi-Fi voucher slipped into the card sleeve, or an invitation to the captain's early sail-away toast. The system loves efficiency, and it throws little prizes at travelers who make the process effortless. Digital muster drills shave another chunk off your first-day chores. Instead of gathering on a crowded deck, you watch a 3-minute safety video in the cabin, tap a confirmation button, then step out to find the elevators blissfully empty. While the late stragglers wrestle with paperwork, you are already sipping pineapple mocktails on the sun deck, posting envy-worthy photos before the ship even unties. Remember, crew members notice organized travelers. When you greet security with a full green checklist, the supervisor often nods you toward the expedited lane. Those first warm interactions set a friendly tone that can float through the whole voyage. It is not magic. It is preparation turning into momentum. So take a victory breath. You have moved from potential denial to preferred guest. Stick around because the final 60 seconds will lock in every benefit we just covered and guide you straight to your next must-watch Insider episode. Thank you for sticking through every single tip and for choosing preparation over panic. If you feel sharper and safer than when we started, type the words "smooth sailing" in the comments so I know you are part of the Smart Traveler crew. While you are there, share the one mistake you have seen fellow passengers make. Your story could save someone else a ruined holiday. If you have not tapped the subscribe button yet, now is the perfect moment. No other channel breaks down cruise pitfalls with this much insider detail, and the next upload will show you 5 sneaky onboard scams that swipe pocket money before the first sunset. Hit the bell so your phone pings when that episode drops, then breathe easy, knowing you will always be one step ahead of the game. Ready for more immediate value? Click the video on screen right now to uncover hidden charges cruise lines hope you never notice. That guide will plug the money leaks and keep your bar tab lighter than your beach towel. Until we meet again under Caribbean skies or Mediterranean sunsets, I am wishing you calm seas, warm breezes, and happy memories that start the moment you step onto the gangway. Safe travels and see you in the next adventure. Thank you for sticking through every single tip and for choosing preparation over panic. If you feel sharper and safer than when we started, type the words "smooth sailing" in the comments so I know you are part of the Smart Traveler crew. And while you are there, share the biggest boarding blunder you have seen so fellow cruisers can learn from your story. If you have not tapped the subscribe button yet, now is the perfect moment so you always stay one step ahead of the game. Until we meet again under Caribbean skies or Mediterranean sunsets, I am wishing you calm seas, warm breezes, and happy memories that start the moment you step onto the gangway. Safe travels and see you on board.